Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Paradise Rolls. Today we're playing the Arrakis Conquest.
Is that what it's called?
I think so. I think that's what everything is called. Speaking of called, I am Mark Anthony. I will be the game master today.
They call me Estes. I will be Psepf McElroy today.
And I'm known as Matt, aka I will be playing Bones.
I am called many things, some not so nice. But my name is Shars, my pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing Aziraquelle. Also pronouns he.
I'm both previously and futurely known as Zavi, pronouns they, them, and I'm playing Zanna.
Awesome.
What are Zanna's pronouns?
They, them.
Prince, what does that mean? Prince, where he's yawning.
There's a lot of princes that yawn.
God.
Prince of Persia.
Spaceballs, right?
Yeah. Where he's
One who's
the
tree,
druidic.
tree, the
Yeah,
tree.
exactly.
Queen.
That's what that reminded me of. Princess Aziraquelle.
Oh!
All I can
Ditching
think
the
is
name of every
Valium,
city.
right? It's Prince Valium.
Prince
It's
Valium,
Prince
it
Valium.
is!
Yep.
Aziraquelle,
I
be
knew
sure
I
to
would. I knew I
ask
could
your
like
doctor's
dust off the file
recommendation.
cabinets and like find that name
Ask your doctor if Aziraquelle is right for you.
Eventually I'll stop making those jokes, but it's still just too good.
It is pretty fun.
It's too new. You can't give it up yet. I mean, come on.
You weren't here. I was here last time.
Oh, were you
weren't.
playing Aziraquelle last time?
I wasn't, but
Because the character sheet lives here.
yeah. I didn't want to get it. It's a brand new character.
Speaking of last time on the Arrakis Conquest, you all traveled through the mountain, heading north up to your orc city that you were hoping to find some more answers at. On your journey, you had not much going on. It was raining like freaking crazy your first few days. You were in this kind of on these twin peaks, on one of the peaks, but in between there was this big valley, and you noticed this crazy, just large amount of water that was just accumulating and rushing through. And it was pretty intense. You slipped a couple times, but nothing crazy happened. You traveled for about 3 weeks, I think we said, and on your travels, you noticed some interesting things. One of them being this storm that you had seen brought with it this extraordinarily large serpent. You could see it a couple miles out on the ocean, kind of just playing around on the surface of the water, jumping out, spiraling around, and you noticed it was very, it was almost like it was a storm of its own. It was causing all these this amount of lightning that Psepf and Bones were looking at, and it was obviously coming from it, as well as the normal lightning striking from the storm. Just kind of took note of it. Guys all sat there and watched it, thought it was pretty cool. Continued going for another week and a half or two, and around that time, everyone got knocked out, and Psepf was whisked away. Had a little encounter of his own, and Psepf will discuss that maybe with the group at some point.
I discussed it with them.
You discussed a bit of it with the group. As soon as you got back, you woke everyone up, told them, hey,
Fucking leaving.
the crew is gone.
What?
Yeah.
The crew?
The
Oh,
crew
yeah.
is
Like,
gone.
is
like
gone.
your crew. Like,
So, a green, nauseous fog started rolling up the coast. And I was on the lookout, and I saw ghostly looking shit. And all of a sudden, everyone was knocked out. And before I knew it, a giant grabbed me by the face, me and Balthazar, and we were on the deck of the ship. And got a good scolding for losing not one, but 2 ships.
I got verbally spanked.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he was like, all right, well, even though I totally have the powers to help you, I'm going to make it harder for you by taking the crew. They're now my crew. And you're going to keep doing what you've been doing.
Okay.
And you're going to report to me with answers. By the way, Balthazar, you're my bitch now.
That's hot.
Not my bitch.
Right. I know.
Captain's bitch. Or Admiral's bitch.
Question.
Yeah.
Did the Admiral
He didn't
punish you all for losing Ambrose?
He didn't even know who Ambrose was.
Son of a bitch!
He
I hate the Admiral.
talked a small bit of shit for it. Psepf mentioned to him that there was a high-valued member of the crew that was lost in the battle. Pulled out the skull, and I guess it's not really just the skull. It was still pretty, you know. You did something weird to keep it
it was
kind of
ashes.
fresh. No, the
Slender Man.
yeah, of the alien dude that you guys were fighting.
Oh, I think I was there for that.
You
Oh no, you weren't there for
you
that.
weren't there,
I
but
said
the actual battle, Seth had decapitated the creature once it died, and handed over the skull. And the admiral was like, "All right, there's a little more here than what I've seen. This is maybe a little worrisome. Go figure some shit out. Tell me when you've gotten through whatever you're doing at this city." And that's basically where you left off. Seth being pissed, waking you all up because you all got knocked the fuck out. And
Forced march.
forced march all the way there.
In true Seth fashion.
Yeah.
And at this point, you're about a day out, you would assume, to this orcish city. You're walking, and it's just dunes as far as the eye can see.
Boom.
That was great.
And you, it's pretty darn desolate. It's all very sandy. Kind of difficult to walk in, and otherwise, nothing too crazy happens that you can tell. It's extremely hot. You're dealing with like 120-degree heat. You're walking through Death Valley right now.
Once every like hour and 15 minutes, I'm gonna just create a rain for us.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
I gotta manage my spell slots.
Yeah, he's casting spells over and over
Yeah.
to keep everyone cool. It's easier to do now that you don't have so many bodies to keep cool. Yeah, so otherwise, yeah, you're looking at just this sea of sand, and you don't actually see any water anywhere other than when Seth does his thing. You know you're going in the general direction because you know, based on the map, that it's somewhere a little bit like northwest of the mountain, and that's where you're headed. So what do you do on your day out journey?
We have access to water and
Yeah.
make it rain. Do I need to take flight? Yeah, makes it rain. Do we need to take flight? Send scout.
Not until we're closer.
I'm probably just like still just playing around with this like immovable rod, kind of like Rubik's Cube style, just like trying to like turn it on and off again, figuring out how it works and stuff.
And
is
on
that?
our breaks, I'd be reading.
Kind of an immovable rod.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I want to like try and figure out how to like take the components to make a physical object that has a physical trigger for magic, so I can use it for like to create like essentially or something for the rod.
That's cool.
Quite figured it out yet either. Me or as the character, but it's in the works.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. So you'll be kind of fucking around with it. Every time you, like, as you're walking, you press it and you just like run into it, or it'll like you'll be walking just like. And yeah, so you're kind of learning, and I know.
Does it have any like weight to it? Like if I were to like kind of like try and like kind of, well, I guess that wouldn't work, huh? I was wondering if I could like throw myself with it. Like throw it.
As soon as you
Hold on.
try, you like throw and press, and it just
Stops
sticks.
in the area. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't actually say. It does not say its weight. Oh, its weight is 2 pounds. So it's not a heavy object. If that helps. I'm trying to pull up the map for you all right now. Sorry. Just that way we can take a look together at where you are. Yeah, what are you doing for food on your days? Because at this point, you have nothing other than like insects. You know that there are scorpions. You know that there are snakes that you have run into, but they aren't the type to try and fuck with a group of larger creatures.
Well, if
Are there
only a day
birds?
out, then I'm not really too concerned about it.
I'm concerned I cannot not eat.
You can not eat.
I cannot not eat. Double negative.
Yeah, you can not eat. Have you considered that?
Of course I've considered that. You're kind of forcing that on us.
If you want to go catch a scorpion, be my guest.
Alright, I'm gonna go catch a scorpion. Meanwhile, I have one of my fans like this, and I'm constantly casting a Gauss cantrip.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of like different stones and stuff, like littered about in the desert wasteland. There are also cactuses,
Oh,
cacti, if you will.
excellent.
Uh,
Excellent.
yeah, so you can go look around.
Yeah, I don't want to find scorpion because I doubt there's like lots of meat on it. So I'm gonna look for like a lizard.
Protein.
Just the whole thing. It's just protein. And
Is it?
calcium.
I have not eaten meat in like 11 years, so I really don't know about anything.
Don't force Aziraquelle to eat meat.
But I'm gonna go to the cactus, and is there cactus fruit on the cactus?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm gonna harvest some cactus fruit.
Interesting thing about the cacti here is all of them have some serious barbs on all of the needles that come out like this. They're visible. So it's like the needle and then like these barbs.
Yes.
Within it, you also find corpses of small, various insects. You find a whole bunch of spider webs that are littered throughout. Usually on the bottoms or underneath any of the like little branches that come out where they can find some shade. There's flies and stuff. Otherwise, go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
Okay.
Will that cactus juice quench you?
We're gonna find that one out.
17.
17. Okay. You would find some lizards about this big in body. They would burrow rather quickly as they spot you.
Up.
Throw them up.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
24.
24. So you're like, and you catch them like right out of there. And you're just grabbing lizards. I'd say you probably get like 3.
And lizards.
3 lizards, and as you approach the cactus to try and retrieve some of the fruit, it's got these needles that come through it and out of it as well. It's almost like it grows, and then the cactus grows and like pierces its own fruit.
Seems inefficient, but okay.
It's very inefficient, and you notice discoloration on the cactus where any of the juices would have like fallen onto it.
The fruit juices.
The fruit juices, yes.
Don't love that.
I'm gonna cast detect poison.
Okay.
Ooh. Good thinking.
There is no poison.
What is these?
Don't love the way you say it.
It's both. It's poison.
Okay. No, there's no poison or disease that you're casting it on the fruit itself, right?
Yeah, I can
You
just
cast it on yourself.
Yeah,
right?
I cast it on myself. And I
Okay.
just-
You would recognize that the barbs are poisoned.
Oh.
There is some weird form of poison on the barbs and on the needles themselves, but the fruit seems to be fine if you can get to it.
I do not relay that.
Okay. I'm gonna continue doing what I was planning to do, which is collecting these barbs anyway, because I feel like they could be good, like
Heck yeah.
darts, basically.
Okay.
I'm like about to
Um,
dip my talons in there. Give me
Yeah.
poison talons.
Poison talons.
Shit.
Okay.
Can you throw these? Would this help if we like gather these and then you could throw them?
Throwing? Yeah, potentially.
I mean,
I
you
could
don't
at
have
least use the
so-
extract from the poison itself.
Oh, are they
Two.
poisoned?
The barbs?
Nah,
Yeah.
they're fine.
Oh, well then, but I'm sure they'll still be fine to use.
Oh, well then,
All right. Very carefully, kind of.
Can I detect the severity of the poison? Is it funny poison or is it like, oh, fuck, he's
With
dead?
with your perception, I will give you that you understand that there's nothing else alive around here except for these little lizards that seemed to use it as some form of like almost shelter, almost like how anemones are used by clownfish.
Okay, so it's not all that crazy. It's not gonna kill us.
You don't see corpses around, but you would assume it wouldn't be pleasant.
No.
At all. So, do I just do a... Yeah, you're gonna have to do another sleight of hand check.
For me?
You, if you're getting the needles and the barbs off,
Oh,
25.
25. Okay. Yeah, you're
whatever.
here. You got... Do you have any tools that you use? What do you have on you? Give me a good description on why you have a 20 on getting these.
There's a pharmacist kit.
I'm extremely
Yeah.
dexterous. That is why. So I probably have a little dagger. I would assume. I mean, I didn't like put together all of my like starting equipment because it's not. So I just have.
Tweezers.
But yeah, I would use a little dagger and be like, all right, so I'm gonna like take it by the base and kind of like do this kind of deal, and then just kind of like, all right, so I've got
So you're
this, like,
cutting them off
finger.
at like the leaf, basically.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm gonna like carve, so there's part of the flesh on the base of it, and kind of just like, gather it like that.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
Ergenasi manscape?
Absolutely, we do.
As you look at him, his hair is all. What is it? Your hair's doing something epic. I don't
My
remember.
hair just constantly flutters as if it's in like a wind, but it's all like to one side. It's like shaved on this side, and it's all over here, so it's kind of like waving.
It's like hot Skrillex.
Yeah. Are you implying that Skrillex is not hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen Skrillex on.
Look him up. Tell me if you think he's not.
At a
You're-
period where I lived
You're a
like
better
Skrillex
authority
in
on,
high school.
on that than me.
Yeah, I looked
Not
like
gonna-
Skrillex in high school.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to assume. No, he's cute. He's cute.
I mean, he makes some of the most awesome music.
Oh,
so
heck yeah.
What can you really say
Whoa.
about him?
This is him nowadays.
What is that?
Oh shit!
No way.
That's-
Okay,
He's
Apparently.
a zaddy.
Apparently.
Okay.
Daddy's grills.
I don't know. That
Skrillex Groza.
right?
What?
Okay.
Those are
You,
decent
you
people.
That's
managed
what
to,
I'm
like,
thinking. But
You managed to get all of the needles around one of the fruits that seems to have the least amount of puncture wounds on it,
Okay.
without hurting yourself.
I mean, I'm
without
kind
getting
of not
stabbed.
interested in the fruits that are punctured because I assume that they are tainted in some way, not by poison, but the fact that they're open, that there's probably rot that's going to be happening, or there are bugs that crawled in. So I'm looking for.
You get
fruit.
one,
Okay, that's fine.
and that's what you're working your way to it
All right.
as you get a large amount of these needles, and they're all still barbed. You can hand them off if you want. You got to be careful with them. Yeah, so you get one fruit. It's probably about like this big, but they're more flat,
Like pancakes.
like
They're-
a prickly pear.
like a prickly pear but long, like an
Prickly pears are not
elongated
flat.
prickly pear. They're not. That's what I'm saying. Like an elongate. Like if you pull a prickly pear and that's how it just lives.
So like almost like a cucumber.
Yeah, cucumber-esque.
Somewhere
Cucumber-esque,
between a
yeah.
cucumber and a prickly pear.
Prickly pear.
Apparently not
Say
pancake.
cucumber is an elongated.
It said fly about pancake.
I feel like eggplant would be more like prickly
Oh,
pear.
there you go.
Lopsided.
I'm just picturing like nopales.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Perfect. Yes. Yes. Okay.
But
Thank you.
nopales are the.
That's the pad.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
that shape is what I'm.
Yeah, it's more like a nopales. A nopales. Yeah, so you grab that. As you're doing so, you're probably taking about 15 minutes to get this, and you are all hanging out. You're kind of on the top of one of these dunes. Got a little bit of a breeze. It's kind of like bringing the sand up into your eyes a little bit, making it a little bit uncomfortable. Otherwise, as you're doing this, what are the rest of you doing? You're just walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Not hard to find someone in this desert, especially not from above.
I
Bones?
just figure why waste our time if we're only like a day or maybe two out? Why waste our time and energy staying in one spot?
Bones, are you kind of helping?
Yeah, I was helping. with, like,
Extraction?
yeah.
I probably would be helping too, honestly, if there's a plant. Somebody's gonna study it. I probably also want to look at it too.
Okay. Cool. So with all three of you, I need you and you to make dexterity saving throw, or dexterity, not dexterity. Sleight of hand checks, please. Make sure you can do this
15.
safely.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh lordy. 10.
And dexterity saving throw from you.
Well,
Dang! Jeez!
sheesh.
Bones.
You are dead.
Damn it. You take 10 points of poison damage and 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh.
as well as your level of exhaustion, you are severely dehydrated now.
Can we tell this? By observing?
Yeah, he would. No one would be able to like avoid the ow.
Can we tell that he's dehydrated?
Does he like start shriveling up a little bit?
His feathers will.
Start to
Some
fall
of the
Yes.
feathers start to just.
Sharp, shallow breathing, muscle aches, headache. He's cold to the touch.
Have you recently been dehydrated?
I have.
Okay, one of exhaustion and
This isn't a condition within D&D Beyond, but you're severely dehydrated. It feels as though it's like you got hit by this needle and it almost sucked all of the moisture from you. You feel god awful, and also like you have to focus on finding some form of water or hydration or something.
If we cut open the cactus, is there water inside?
where the hell did the Rain Man go? Somebody go find Seth. I need water.
You also can just fly to him.
Not that like dying, huh? Not that exhausted.
No, you're so a level of exhaustion basically just like affects your stats. The dehydration is something that you are going to have a 100% focus on fixing. It's like a mind
Okay.
thing that it's
Yeah.
doing to you as well.
Disadvantage on ability checks. All right, I'm taking. Seth.
Yes.
I need water. I
There's
need
still
water
an
now.
hour until the next water break.
Damn. You didn't save any?
It's a spell.
Well, you didn't like, open your flask or nothing?
Begrudgingly, I give you my water horn.
And Bones just downs the entire thing.
Oof.
He tilts it entirely upside down, and his beak just goes around it. He just chugs your entire water.
Motherfucker.
Thank you, though, Seth. I owe
Did
you
it fix
one.
it?
You are feeling much better. Next time you're able to kind of like do other things at this point. You're not entirely focused on it, but you do know like you have a little bit of a headache that's starting to form, and you're gonna want to address that with drinking some more as soon as the opportunity arises. Back over at the cactus, you both succeeded. You're fine. I'll say with you helping, you're both able to pretty much trim one entire leaf of this cactus. And that being one of the fruits, and you wanted to do something.
Let's see if there's water inside the cactus.
Do you cut it? Do you
I mean, I
poke
think
it?
if we've cleared a whole thing, we'll just
Slice
chop it
in-
off and
just
take it.
slice into it.
Because we
See
can
if-
probably eat it too.
Blind.
As you cut into this cactus, instantly, this almost like cloud of dust comes out.
That little bit they fucked up.
It's this purplish fog that basically happens in front of you. I'm gonna need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
I would like to gust it away.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw at advantage,
Oh, okay.
both of you.
26.
10.
10. You are
Feast or
severely.
famine.
You are severely dehydrated. As well. is taking 6 damage.
Sorry, I feel fairly responsible for that.
And as the fog settles, you notice this purplish liquid start to just kind of, it's not exactly a liquid as much of like a goop, like a weird ooze that's just kind of congeals and drips pretty far before it breaks and hits the ground. When it hits the ground turns a little bit of a purple color.
I don't think we should eat this.
Yeah, probably not. It's like,
I'm not sure we should eat the fruit, actually.
probably not the best idea.
You can make a nature check on the fruit.
Okay. I'll do a nature.
There's your shit.
I don't know anything about anything in this land, so...
Or can I do survival? A survival check.
Yeah, you can do a survival check.
14.
14. As you've been kind of messing with the fruit, it feels very normal.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of stay back and poke into it. Nothing weird happens. No ooze. It looks a lot more like on the inside of this fruit. It has like this purple flesh and then green on the inside. Looks a lot more normal. You kind of get a weird feeling about eating actually eating the flesh of it, but maybe peeling it would be okay.
Okay. Like a yucca situation. You just cut the top off of it, the skin off.
Not bad.
So I'm severely dehydrated.
Yeah. So you are either cutting into this and trying to get some sort of hydration out of it, or your first focus is that.
Forgive my ignorance, Zanna, but, you're kind of a fish, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of? I mean, how are you doing here? Like...
Not great. Not great.
Like you probably need water or something.
I think I'm just gonna cast Wall of Water, and I'm just. I can make a wall of water up to 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna do it right around, and I'm just gonna just say it, and I'm gonna drink as I'm just sitting in the water, and I can do it for 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna chill there for 10 minutes.
Bones, roll me a perception check.
Can I do gust and create an evaporative cooler situation happening off of that to cool
Absolutely.
myself off?
Yeah, you
Just,
can get a little
I just want to be
mister
next
going.
to it. Be
Definitely.
What is it?
15. You hear the sound of water behind you up on the ridge. And while it's not your extreme priority to get any, you know you want some water, and there is now some behind you somehow.
You know you want some water. You know you're thirsty.
You thirsty? So you turn and you're just like, what the fuck is going on up there? There's this just wall of water. And Zanna inside of it.
Y'all are the definition of fuck around and find out.
You're curious. I have to know. So if there's something to know, I gotta know. Yeah, it takes 10 minutes. I'm gonna stay in there for 10 minutes and I'll catch up with people afterwards.
Okay.
It's not like I'm gonna lose sight of them.
Cool. Yeah, you chill. Aziraquelle probably just hangs out, misting himself, cooling off.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
goes
gonna
in.
be writing in my journal this is absolutely fascinating. This fish person is alive in the desert, but when I reminded them that they may need water, they created an entire wall of water, and it's just fantastic. It's keeping me cool. Our leader has abandoned us. I'm not really sure what's going on there. It's been 3 weeks, and I feel like we're still not the best of friends. I'm not really sure why.
Okay.
Are you saying this out loud as you write it?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Pseph is an
diary.
asshole. He hates everyone.
Okay. 10 minutes pass. You're feeling fine. Did you go up to it, or did you keep going with Pseph?
No, I stuck with Seth. Yeah, I was just kind of, what the fuck?
You
Thinking probably
continued.
thought it was fake. Yeah.
10 minutes, you've probably crested over another dune and kind of hard to spot at this point. But you two are hanging out, chilling. We'll have Gilby go with Seth at this point. They're just hanging out with you. But yeah, you've got one of these fruits, and you've got some needles from this cactus. You follow the obvious trail of footprints. There's a very heavy turtle walking. Makes some pretty heavy footprints in the sand. And as you're walking, what?
I was gonna say, is Gilbo a small turtle or a medium turtle?
Big ass turtle, yeah. They're like a 6
Desert
foot tall.
turtle?
No.
That would be a desert tortoise.
As you're walking, you start to notice these weird, almost shimmery objects on the dunes.
Are they mirages?
It almost feels like a mirage, but you're kind of like, look at that. You see one of these. You pull out the spyglass.
Yeah.
You pull out the spyglass and you look, and you notice defined spots where this is happening. Like these two like lines that are moving around, and they attach. As you kind of keep scanning, you see it like almost attached to this bigger, like ovular kind of object. And then you keep looking and you notice more of them. As you keep scanning around, it looks like there's a good number of them, almost.
And the ovular objects are moving?
They are moving. As these things move, you see the oval kind of push forward. If you want to get a little more, you can.
What? I want to get what?
Since you have the spyglass out, it feels like you're trying to really get into some more detail on it. So I'll let you do an investigation check.
I'm gonna assume that they're transportation for the locals. Oh, that is really good investigation. That is going to be 20.
20? Yeah. You really start to follow these like shimmers, and you notice that it's very much these legs that are coming up to this body of something that has this wicked curved tail at the back.
Oh, so it's a creature.
Yeah, it's definitely a creature, and beneath the like tail that's coming around, you can see a like humanoid body.
Basket.
No, all you would see is just like a torso.
Oh God! It's
Coming
like
up.
attached.
You don't know. All you know is
Yeah, did you get that visual too?
you're
yeah.
seeing this.
Like a centaur scorpion.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's basically what you're
Like the
looking
rock
at
on
right
the
now.
tube.
Except
Oh, right?
it's very blended into the environment, like it's almost like a chameleon.
All right, man. I want to stay away from that shit.
That was probably. I was about
Find
to
out
say,
more
like,
about
with
that.
less CGI.
See, I'm gonna do the smart thing and ask the town about shit when I get there before just fucking
Oh,
with shit.
we're going to a town.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were just like getting to the other end of the desert or something. I really.
We're going to a city.
So take a look. You all came from these Twin Peaks. You were
I love
walking
Twin
in,
Peaks.
and then you came down the mountain, and you're about here now.
Oh, and that big thing is where we're going.
You're going here.
Okay. Cool.
You're-
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Probably about 18 hours out at this point.
Oh. Well, had I known that, I wouldn't have stopped for this damn cat. I literally thought.
He said it was one day.
Well, I thought that we were like beginning our journey into the desert, and we just didn't know how long we'd be here.
For 40 years.
Yeah.
All that good stuff
Days
for
of being nice in the desert.
You get the feeling that this isn't something you can avoid. As you're noticing various, like, you've looked around and you've noticed like this shimmer around you, creating this U ahead of you.
Am I seeing
Alright.
this thing with
That's
him?
what I was.
No,
Does he have the spyglass?
until he pulls out the spyglass, then you can try. Make me a perception check.
It's actually one of those in the finale of Dungeons & Dragons. Did you watch it?
And what is your passive perception? You?
25?
14.
23.
You don't notice it. You have been, this whole time you've been traveling, you've been seeing heat waves like
Mirage
coming off
kinda
the ground.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, you wouldn't be able to decipher this, like, this visual. Yeah, so you're definitely noticing some weirdness going on, Seth.
Okay. I can make 4 of us invisible.
Have we caught up yet?
I can do pass without trace.
Do you,
Yep.
are you dashing to catch up with them?
I assume we would.
Yeah, then you're there.
Okay.
They've completely stopped you. You caught up. They left like 15 minutes before you walked away from the wall.
Why? What's going on?
Did we see it?
Roll me perception checks.
Sounds like something
That's
else.
that's a nat one.
And that would be a 4 for me.
Yeah, you also have.
What are you talking about?
I
I
don't,
don't see anything.
I don't see it. Yeah. Oh, maybe he's seeing a mirage or something. An oasis.
There's something creepy up ahead.
Besides you.
Besides me.
Okay. Just saying what we're all thinking.
It's a spider with a torso, a human torso.
Like in its mouth, or like.
Like coming out of the bottom of it.
So it's like shitting out a human torso.
Could be, I can't exactly tell from here.
That's weird.
I think
Or, so there's 3 possibilities. They've domesticated these giant spider-like creatures, and are like have a reverse saddle. I can't really tell. Or it's like this weird, grotesque creature that's part human torso and part spider.
Do a history check. If I would know anything
Like a-
by this description, even though I can't see it.
Like a spider centaur.
Somewhat.
Nope.
Or it's
It's not gonna let you do it.
Why?
Because this isn't a place that would have been heavily studied. You wouldn't know much about these people. There is you'll figure out a little more why later if you unlock that.
So maybe we should go say hi. Like maybe they're friendly.
and if they aren't,
Well, then we just
Okay.
leave.
So-
Just say goodbye and then leave. Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
Do you see a way around?
As you have this conversation, Seth, you're noticing this like closing in until there's a circle around you. It's about 100 feet in diameter at this point of these shimmers. Everyone can make another perception check if they
Yeah.
would like.
I'm like, I should be able to see
I got
a little
another
bit more
fucking 2.
detail.
Another fucking 2, so 4 for
Fuck that.
I got
Guidance.
16. What?
Guidance. Not a D4. I said it before your
You
total.
did. I'll give it. I'll give it to you.
Nice. Dirty 20.
Okay.
18.
As these things get closer, you get a much better look at them. It's still. It looks like something that has some seriously good camouflage. Is really blending into the sand around here.
Okay.
But you're seeing these big bodies on top of what looks like gigantic scorpions. Yeah, you're noticing like these really, really muscly torsos sticking out, and these enormous scorpions.
Oh, damn. I was hoping Seth was getting heat stroke.
I mean, I still think he might be. I really have no idea what you're talking
How
about.
many health cells do you think I would have used up to this point? Every hour, 15 minutes doing create. Sure, water.
6.
6, okay.
Because it's, yeah, I said you have 18 hours till you get there, so at this point. So 24 to 18.
So 5.
6.
Hour, 15 minutes.
Huh? Hour and 15. Okay, yeah. 5.
So do I get am I under the impression that they already, like, they obviously know that we're here trying to surround us?
Yeah, you can see the tails as they're like pretty high. They're not camouflaging properly into the sky. And so you can tell that these tails are all like facing you.
They have eyes.
You can't tell yet. It's this serious camo that's happening. So it really is like a
I'm just gonna act quickly. Invisibility to everyone except for Bones. You can fly.
Yep. I was like, I'm about to.
I'm gonna also, I think in addition, I'm gonna pass, cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Because that, like, we're invisible, but this helps them. That says we
Yeah.
can't be tracked except by magical means.
Cast it first.
So,
You're all invisible. You got Pass Without a Trace. As soon as you go invisible,
and that would also.
all of these things
That's
just
fine.
completely become entirely visible. It's these enormous scorpions. And they have these saddles on them. And they're like being ridden by these orcs. And the orcs, one of them looks over in the direction that you guys are at and says, "It's a pretty harsh place to be. Are there any elves among you?"
I don't think so. One sec. No.
Okay.
I'm colorblind.
Why are you talking to them?
Because they obviously know we're here.
Yeah, they were closing in on you.
And if they're just gonna make themselves visible, I'll play nice.
You probably need some water or some food, maybe. Don't worry, we'll not attack you. It's a harsh place, but we are kind to people.
Scared the shit out of us with you creeping up on us.
Well, we are here to look out for invaders. We're always on the lookout, and that is why we were patrolling this area. You would have found someone else sooner or later. But yes, no, we are simply scouting around before heading back. So if you'd like to come back with us, we're going back to Gavira. And
Can I?
he'll dismount and pull off the saddle that he has a bunch of these like thick like leather casings that seem to be like plumped up, and they're pretty much full of water, and he'll just like pop the top off and bring up his water skin to it and close it and start drinking. Go ahead. We bring plenty.
I'm gonna snatch that up
Yeah, me too.
real good.
You know.
I guess I'll go ahead and end our invisibility for now.
Drop invisibility.
I have a question. Since I already have this and for an hour. This says plus 10 bonus to dexterity checks. It says stealth in parentheses,
It's
but it
just
says
stealth, yeah.
dexterity.
Stealth.
It's a just yourself check, so it gives everyone who's in that radius. I think I think it's radius based.
Yeah,
It
it's
gives them
within
all
30 feet
a
of me.
plus 10.
Because there's there's certain skills like charisma, intimidation, and strength intimidation.
Oh, but isn't there only one type of stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does that to
Okay. I guess
make
that
sure
makes
you
sense.
don't.
Okay, well, I mean, I have it on for an hour, and if we don't use it, we don't use it, but I'm not going to waste the spell if I won't drop it.
No, you don't have to drop it.
I mean,
If nothing else, it kind of helps you to traverse the grounds. I'll say makes it a little easier on your ankles because you are like you're stepping and it's like digging into the sand, so it is kind of like a bit of a tear on your ankles as you've been walking.
Shin splints.
I have fins for feet, so sorry.
True, it's a much more of a pain in the ass for you.
Or it doesn't make it easier
you're
because I
kicking
have a
sand
larger
up.
surface
I know,
area.
it's like snowshoes.
Yeah.
So you're just like
probably
walking on
getting
top.
burnt.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
As you drop invisibility, this orc looks pretty young. He's got like a pretty dark green skin, and is otherwise not wearing like any crazy armor. He's got what looks to be some kind of chitin type of armor, but it has lots of different areas that it isn't like covering. And you would assume very quickly that it's so that they can just kind of stay cool while they have some sort of protection on. Let me switch over to this. And his name, he tells you, is Priga. You're a tiefling, yes. Great, yes. What is your name?
Pseph.
Please have some water, Pseph. It's not cold, but it does the job.
Thank you.
Feathered friend. What may we call you?
What was his name? Praline?
Priga.
Briga. Well, Briga, my name is Bones, and it is an honor to meet you. And thank you for the water.
Of course. We are generous and hope to match the hospitality of other places. Looks over at Aziraquelle. Very fancy.
Thank you. I work very hard to look this good.
Pretty jealous. I really like. What type of fabric do you wear? Silk of some sort.
It is. It is a silk blend from the finest silkworms of the northern lands. I mean, the upper lands.
Very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
What
I
is?
love your tusks. They're very, very nice. They're very, very becoming on you.
Thank you. Yes. As you're looking, he also has like small fangs that come through. So it's fangs, and then he has tusks that go like straight down from
Excellent.
up in here.
Like saber-toothed tigers.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and they come straight down under his chin and curve a little bit.
Does that interfere with your talking? Can you do this?
He opens his mouth all the way.
Oh,
No, They do not. No.
Gorgeous. Simply gorgeous.
Thank you.
I've got a question for you. Is that-
Me?
Yeah, is that worms with an O, a U, or a Y?
O, a U, or what? What is the U?
Worms.
Worms.
Like a purple worm.
Not sure what that is, but that would be the O.
Worm.
The O worms.
The O worm.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious.
They're very cute.
We get very little silk around here, but there are some spiders here that we have been able to gather silk from, not very successfully.
Oh, spider silk is a bitch to work with, for sure.
Anyway, I am Priga.
What we keep doing that? I know.
What may we call you?
Oh, you may call me Aziraquelle.
Aziraquelle. Okay.
Aziraquelle.
Aziraquelle.
Yeah.
Aziraquelle. Okay.
Mhm.
Great to meet you.
Yes.
Water, if
What
you
may,
would like.
may we call you?
Priga.
Priga.
I am Priga.
Priga. Very nice.
And
I'm gonna like shake both of your hands, and I'm like fidgeting through my bag, and I pull out a flower that I've harvested from the island. I'm like, thank you so much for your hospitality. I would like to present you with this flower from a rare island.
grabs it, he looks at it, and he's like, we did not get anything like this growing around here. Very pretty. These things are seriously awesome, though.
They're so dope.
These are freaking sick.
Orchids are so
Here, I'll hand this back this way. Everyone can look at it.
Show and tell.
What was your name again?
Zanna. My name's Zanna.
Zanna. Zanna. Okay. You do not look. Sorry for the slight interrogation there. Our main worry is that the elves are going to ambush us, and that is typically why we are out here. They leave absolutely no trace in the desert.
Fucking knife ears.
Knife ears, knife teeth, and fucking grotesque people.
Well,
Traditional fantasy canon.
well, we hold no allegiance with elves. This party, as far as I'm concerned.
What are you?
hold no allegiance.
What are you?
I hold allegiance to science. You speak for yourself.
And I hold
Spoke for
allegiance to the
myself.
Boreal Enclave. Like, I'm very tired
I
of that.
said I.
You did not specify. You did not specify.
I hold no allegiance.
What are you all doing here?
Sweating profusely for what?
Yes, but what was the goal? Because sweating profusely was not the goal, I assume.
Call it a business trip.
Were you going to Gavira?
Do I know that that's the city's name? Since I've been reading.
Yeah, you would have seen a couple different instances of it being stated.
Yes, I've read many things about Gavira and wanted to see for myself. I have a little bit of a search for knowledge, hoping that I might find some.
Well, with me, you will not find much. I don't really worry myself with much of the knowledge other than the art of the sword and taming, but otherwise, we have plenty of people back home that may be able to point you in the direction you're trying to go. Here, friends, he'll look around and say, do we have any extras? And you'll hear a series of claps go on, and as the claps happen, the sand starts to shift below you, and there's about 8 other giant scorpions, and they're all saddled with no riders.
Ooh.
Okay, my visual of this is totally wrong. I'm sorry. I thought they were like 100-foot tall motherfuckers.
No. They're about 15 feet tall.
Okay.
With like including the tail.
Not including the tail.
That's
The
like
tail.
from the feet to the.
They're like
back.
enormous scorpions that have a much like smaller body. So it's like body, huge legs, and then this massive tail.
So like a lifted go-kart, is what we're saying.
Yeah, definitely have. They definitely have lift kits. We got our knees
Monster truck
done.
go-karts.
Yeah, monster go-karts.
Anyone? No one's watched White Chicks? No. Okay.
Oh, I've watched White Chicks. I just
What a
remember that.
beautiful chocolate.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, they're very big, but they do like come down and basically offer to let you ride them. Yeah, they're very weirdly shaped because they do only hold one person on the body, but they just have these extremely long limbs.
Have they the pincers too?
Yes.
Excellent. Priga, does this one have a name? This one will now be called Samson. Thank you very much.
They have their own
No, I've already
names.
used Samson.
Samson and Ferguson.
We are unable to understand or really mimic the way that they describe themselves. When we speak to them, they have some sort of very difficult to understand and replicate. We just don't have the mouths for it. You understand?
You need the mandibles.
But you speak to them?
Yes, you can speak to them. They understand us a little bit,
Do
but
you understand them?
we understand basics. When they're thirsty, when they're hungry, when they notice something that we haven't. Very, very.
What's your name, buddy? What is your name?
It
Like Pat.
makes a series of clicking sounds at you, along with this like.
Great. Beautiful name. Really.
That was a really bad word you just said.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
That's
Didn't
not
mean
how
to
you pronounce
offend.
it.
Oh, I clicked on the left side of my mouth instead of the right.
Does it click with its pincers?
It has these like 4 different parts of its mouth that come and they like tap each other. They're quite handy. They are not. They're not the most beautiful unless you get to understand them. They are very great people amongst themselves.
As long as it knows where food, shelter, and water is, I'm fine with that.
Let's head on through. And these things move pretty darn quick. These big ass legs, and they are able to like mantle over any of the dunes really fast. Takes you about 8 hours at this point to get back.
Oh.
You can talk to Priga more if you'd like. Talk to any of the other ones. And as you are going, Priga will say, you can always use their camouflage capabilities. Just tell them sand or sky, really.
Sand or sky?
One or the other. As you're going, as he says sand or sky, you notice this like sand look that you were very intensely mistaking earlier for some sort of mirage. And then you see Psepf change to this blue color as it also is able to camouflage him.
So that would be sand and sky then, wouldn't it?
Yes, well, they're not too great at understanding like the intricacies of what people are trying to say. So
Fair.
you say sand and sky, then this is what you get. What do you do?
That's what I pictured when you were describing it.
weird.
Like this is the torso.
No,
So-
the torso would be up.
Daddy long way.
Yeah.
You absolute
That's
weirdo.
like the body?
Yeah, I was
Let's
like,
take a picture of that.
I was about to say, I was like, you're gonna have to
Put a little
post
smiley
that
face
one.
on it.
I was like,
Yeah,
that
that's my
sounds
face.
creepy as shit. I want to avoid that.
And then that's going on Instagram.
And as you are going, the tails are like wide at the base, and as it comes up, it gets into a really fine point. So as they walk, they actually give you a lot of shade.
Tails plural.
Like all of
Oh,
them. Like,
Collective
Okay.
tails.
Collectively, I thought
the
they-
tail it acts almost like an umbrella, like a caravan
Yeah.
type of trader. But yeah, if you want to talk, you can. If not, then we're gonna get you over to Gavira.
You guys can talk.
Anything from anyone?
I think I'm gonna pass out because I'm exhausted. See if I can actually fall asleep. Are they like horses? Well, they can talk to each other. They'll just
They have no.
do their own thing, right?
Yeah, they have no reins.
Yeah.
It's all usually through communication, forward, whatever, and they'll, if they don't get any sort of direction from the rider, they follow the leader. So they follow Priga.
That'll do.
In fact, I will let you get a rest as you're going.
Short rest.
You can all actually get a long rest on your travel, because it is a pretty darn comfy saddle, and you're shaded, so it does help a lot. It's bumpy as fuck, and if you're not holding on, you probably wake up on occasion, so it's not like a restful sleep, but I will give you that. You're waking up being like, oh, holy shit, almost falling off on occasion.
I'm gonna stay awake because why would I fall asleep with people I just met?
Okay.
But I will read.
Okay. What? Okay. Aziraquelle, are you gonna try having any sort of conversation?
No.
Zanna?
No.
I'm gonna be like, all right. Pull up next to Zanna, please. Hello. Ahoy there. You dry? That sounds. No, that's not what I meant. Are you wet? No. Are you?
I'm gonna ride mine a little bit faster.
No, wait. We need to talk about the tar.
About the what?
The tar.
The tar.
The acid. Blackness. We haven't talked about that yet. In the 3 weeks, I have research notes.
Oh, the rot.
Is that what you're calling it?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. I want to see. Yes.
When we get there, we'll. It's kind of hard.
You
You're
just
kind of-
insulted me multiple times.
I'm sorry.
Only to not tell me the information you have.
It's just really. We're making a plan to talk later, when we're not riding these. Scorpion, I'm gonna stop talking now, and we're gonna talk when we get there.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to my scorpion. I just want to be like, "How are you doing?" Don't listen to any of the mean things that Pseph says. He's a very mean person. He's a very mean person that doesn't appreciate anything that anybody ever does for him. I think you're great.
Thank you for destroying my shit.
I have saved you too, and I wasn't talking to you.
Do you cats speak with animals?
Well, they said that they understand us, right?
Yeah.
I'll just.
Okay.
I mean, I think that if I don't need to, then...
It does chitter a bit. It does make some sounds at you as you tell it that, and you hear almost a purr, but like
Aw.
like I can't possibly do it, but like a very prolonged, like a prolonged clicking.
Okay. Can I
All
like
the-
kind of just like pet it in different places and see if it seems to like any spot best?
Yeah, yeah. You get like up in the neck, and it just like moves its head in a little bit.
Like in between like the pieces of armor.
Yep.
A little scratchy scratch. Okay. Like pet this thing.
Priga will raise his hand and say, "This is about as far as we'll go, friends. About another 30 minutes. You see it from here, and you're looking out and see no walls, but just a fuckload of buildings all over."
Should we go ahead and dismount?
Excellent. Thank you, Friday. I'm gonna like do the heel kick in the side to kind of like get it to go forward more.
They will not continue. This is as close to the city as they will go.
Oh.
They don't really like being around the buildings.
I don't blame them. That architecture looks like shit from here.
The buildings,
Very judgmental, aren't you?
Just a little.
are they built on sand? What kind of architecture style?
Yeah, from here it looks almost like Adobe.
Probably been an hour, huh?
On loose sand?
Yeah.
They gotta be rebuilding that shit all the time, huh?
There's also a very large amount of glass. You see an intense shimmer that comes off of everything because it is.
Ow!
It's like 2 a.m.-ish, which is about the time that you've been having that darkness that you've finally been able to see. At this point, you have about a 3-hour-long window of nighttime, and it's probably from like 1 to 4.
Let's move.
You continue going, walk the 30 minutes, and these orcs come up and they kind of like surround, almost like they're the wall, and look at you.
Oh,
Hi, what business do you have here?
pursuit of knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yes. Knowledge of a form of disease.
Oh, okay. And as he's talking, you in particular hear the sound of footsteps, really, really rapidly. 2 sets of footsteps running kind of towards you guys. And you're not too far away from this building. They pretty much stopped you like 10 feet away. But you hear them coming from the right, and you see these 2 people, these 2 orcs, like boxing each other, but one of them is like backpedaling hardcore. And this first orc just punches at this dude and breaks through the wall of this building.
Yes.
As he does that, they both look over and they're like, "Hey, newcomers! How's it going?"
Greetings.
Boom! And he just keeps wailing on this dude. And you start to pick up on the sound of more random like brawls around you that are going on.
Seems like fun.
Don't mind them. Sorry. Just having some fun around here. In the pursuit of knowledge, do you need places to sleep? Anything? I mean, no one's gonna be awake for a little bit unless they're, you know.
Yes, lodging would be quite minimal.
Okay. Head further into town. It's the only 2-story building around.
I see.
And they just
Who
part.
orcs truly are like very hospitable people.
suspected something different.
You never know, Seth.
They weren't hospitable last time I was around. But I shan't talk about that.
So you approached. Where's my mouse? You approached from like this direction, and this small wall of orcs stops you here, and they direct you through this main street. And we will take a quick break here.
Thank you.